Dan Willis here, and we're talking about National Enterprise Systems. Now, this is a large, aggressive, third-party collection agency headquartered in Salon, Ohio, S-A-L-O-N, and they'll service and collect upon a wide variety of types of consumer debts, including financial services, retail, automotive, telecom, student loans, and many more. If you'd like some help, you can get a free credit consultation by calling toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Now, the most common mistake that most people make when they discover they have collections is they'll just pay them off, believing that this is how to get a better credit score. It makes sense. It logically makes perfect sense. But when you just pay off collections, the only thing that changes is the status of that collection listing on your credit report. It's changed to a paid collection. A paid collection is still a bad, derogatory, negative item that's going to drag down your credit score. FICO, their spokesman, Anthony Sprov, says a collection on your credit report can damage and drag your credit score down by up to 100 points. That's huge. They also openly acknowledge that the better your credit is, the more it's going to get dragged down and pulled down from a ding, a blemish, a negative item. Now, here's the other big mistake, is to just ignore collections with the false idea that this is just going to disappear like a fart in the windy day. You see, National Enterprise Systems can do two things if you just ignore them and don't pay this account. Number one, they can sell your account, the rights to collect your debt, to yet another collection agency. This new agency is going to report more bad credit about you. They're also going to start calling you, sending you letters. And eventually, the most common result in unpaid collections is the collection agency, a debt collector, will actually file a civil lawsuit against you, as in they'll sue you in a civil court. This can result in a judgment being awarded against you, which can potentially cause your wages to be garnished, liens placed against you and or your property, and of course, asset seizure. Worst of all, a judgment on your credit report is going to obliterate your credit score. So if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit consultation by calling toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Now, the most effective way to fight back against any collection agency, and this is really just doing due diligence before you make a payment, because after all, you didn't create an account and do business directly with that collection agency. But the most powerful thing to do, and this is your consumer right according to the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, FDCPA, but we're requesting account validation. This is most effective done in writing and using certified mail with return receipt requested. That way you have evidence that they received your validation request. They're required to respond by providing you with the documents and the evidence that proves they own the collection rights to your account. It also shows who the original lender was, the dates of the account, the balance, and all the details, etc. If they don't validate your debt, then according to the law, it's legally forgiven. You're no longer legally responsible for payment. Further, it should be removed from your credit report. And the other big thing here, make sure you subscribe, because coming up next, we're going to be talking about how to pay off and reach a settlement agreement. But we have one last point here, and if you'd like to know more about dealing with National Enterprise Systems, we have a free report available at our website, link in the description below, the 7 proven ways to get a better credit score. So the last thing is the statute of limitations. This is the time window for how long you are legally responsible for payment. Generally and typically, and this does vary by state, so investigate your local listings, but generally it's 7 years from the last date of delinquency, the first date of delinquency. That's often with the original lender, and one of the sneaky collection industry tactics is to re-age consumer accounts. They aren't in the business of just forgiving the vast majority, but these are the first two things you should look into. As we said, if your account isn't validated, then it's automatically forgiven. But if it is validated, do then investigate statute of limitations. And in the full honest disclosure and full truth of the thing, the statute of limitations is only valid evidence if they actually sue you in a civil court. And this does happen. You might find it hard to believe, but it does happen. Debts that are long past the statute of limitations, consumers get sued for, and they even win against consumers. So if you'd like some help, get a free credit consultation by calling toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Again, that's for a free credit consultation, and the toll-free phone number is 1-877-418-7596. This is Dan Willis. We're going to include a link in the description below over to an article on our website for the full story. We also have a free report available there, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. And of course, subscribe and join our congregation, because coming up next, we're going to be talking about how to reach and negotiate a settlement agreement with National Enterprise Systems. So do subscribe and join our congregation. Have a wonderful day, and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.